Okay, so this one is a classic. I'll just say that. Honestly, both of these are classics. So I actually keep this hand because I know, like, okay, destroying something on curve on turn 3 and then Haktos racing, that's a path to winning. And I mulligan, who knows what I'm going to get in my next hand. Like this, I see a path to winning with this hand, so I'll keep it. And it's like 3 Haktos looks really ugly, but then you're like, okay, if you mulligan, you're losing 1 card anyways. So it's like, like if I drew a 2 Haktos hand with Vindicate and all that next turn, I would be more than okay with that. So I think that was the thinking. It was like, I'll just keep it here. And then you might have 2 Surveils to get more useful stuff. So yeah, so like Talisman. Here, so yeah, I think first I destroy the thing that can just create 2 mana. Yeah, do that next. I don't have a mountain left. So the Utopia Sprawl. Here I decide to hack those. I mean, the thing that actually made me reconsider is because I was fetching for another 2 damage from Shockland, and I was getting a little worried about my life. So that's what kind of made it borderline, but I decided to go aggressive Haktos here just because, like, I think, because I mean, I would have only been destroying 1 mana with the ending, and like I felt like it was a situation like they were gonna start taking control of the game. So, you know, if you envision that happening, even if you play a land destruction, well then, yeah, you kind of like with that amulet matchup, you might as well play your Haktos first so that you can be putting them on a clock while you're holding them off afterwards. So that's why I did it. Again, because I just don't really have any other land destruction in my hand, so the thought was, yeah, let them do their thing this turn. Hopefully they don't. Hopefully it doesn't land. Hopefully they don't cast the Myco Spawn, because I landed on 4. Somehow they didn't. So that was the thinking, but now I'm able to like race them with Haktos. So the thought here, the reason why I didn't kill Karn, because I think Karn got Ensnaring Bridge. Okay, so there's a few decisions here. So first of all, I did not kill Karn because I thought like, okay, it didn't matter. Like I knew I was going to deal with the Ensnaring Bridge, and I thought that I could race like between 3 Haktos hits and then just 1 damage through something else. I would either kill them before Liquid Metal or anything did anything, and I mean, you'll see later, but I believe that was the right call. So I get rid of the Kozilek's Command, because that thing it's going to give them a bunch of mana and like at least 3, like a choice of among 3 cards, one of which is probably a Myco Spawn that can kill my Haktos. So the thinking was get rid of that for sure, because I know I have an answer to Ensnaring Bridge next turn with Prismatic Ending. And there's not too much Prismatic Ending hits, and at this point, like, the 2 Talismans, it's 1 mana out of 5 or 6. So I think I'd rather sort of preempt and get rid of that, you know, mana generating, card generating Kozilek's Command instead, and then use Prismatic Ending for. Well, and also I had Stone Rain to get that Utopia Sprawled Forest, so that was also part of it. So here they get Liquid Metal. They don't have, which is saved the game for me. They did not have the land to play Liquid Metal, so I go Prismatic Ending. I keep hitting them. Again, I just know 1 more hit, then 1 more damage somewhere else. I've got it. So now they Liquid Metal. Now it's so I do that here because I think, and then it forces them to. Well, it really forces them because it's like it's very unlikely if they save Liquid Metal from Tide, they'll be able to cast Myco Spawn, and I can get 1 more hit and then just get another get that damage in somewhere else. But the key was to guarantee I get that hit. So they do that with Liquid Metal. I don't know if they actually had Myco Spawn. In any case, yeah, they start destroying. They start doing what I like to do, destroying lands. So again, I hit them. Get rid of that, get my mana up. So again, I'm still afraid of Myco Spawn here. Now that I only have 3 lands, I can't replace Haktos. The problem was here they have. So here's where it gets tricky because they had another Ensnaring Bridge in their card board. So those hack doses are useless to me. So it was very wise not to fetch this because I knew that it could respond to Liquid Metal's activation. Yeah, and get me that 1 extra mana for that turn. So that was why I didn't do that. But yeah, and they have a kicked Myco Spawn, which is nasty. But I mean, fortunately, now I know I just need 1 more card. And yeah, I think I did do that. I probably should have just waited. Oh, because I didn't know they were gonna. Well, you'll see later. But I guess I didn't know that they were going to get another Karn in Liquid Metal. So I think I just decided to fetch just to save my health a little. But I knew that if they attacked with Myco Spawn, I would have just blocked with Hacktus, because Hacktus was no longer attacking for the rest of the game. So I hit the temple. And here's where I believe they played another Karn. Yeah. So now it's like, okay, they've got Liquid Metal, yeah. Now they really got me in a jam. So now it's like, basically I'm counting on drawing a Bolt or a Molten Rain. And I guess this turn it can only be Bolt. But yeah, basically I keep 2 bolts in. I keep 2 bolts in post board, just because there's not too much else stuff to sub in. And I might start. I think I kept 3 bolts in game 3 because of how destructive I saw Karn being. But Bolt is for Karn, and I guess is also good for Myco Spawn and an Eldrazi token in a pinch. So I have 2 bolts here, and I have 4 Molten Rains left in my deck. So I know, again, my mana situation's a little sketchy, so Molten Rain looks like it's going to be out of the picture. So it does not look very good at this point. So destroy my red land. Yeah, they're smart enough not to fetch that. Oh yeah, so this was key. So this, I know, this basically prevents them from... Yeah, so I don't know why I didn't do that. Because I figured, until I was close to getting... Yeah, so the thought was, until I was... Because if I draw Bolt, I'm just going to Bolt them and win. And if I draw a Molten Rain, well, then I can play this, and then, they're going to target my Bloodstained Mire with the Liquid Metal, draw a land, and then hope I draw another way to get a red source so I can Molten Rain the next turn. So it was preserving my window, because I knew if I played this, then they were going to do their thing, I would lose it, and then I would have to fetch a land that could be destroyed. Even though, I don't know, they probably would have targeted my Godless Shrine instead, but even then it would have taken some damage from me. So here I thought they had Through the Breach and I was dead, but okay, so they played the Null Drifter. So now I'm really under a clock. So now it's kind of okay. Okay, so now I have this. So I believe now I do this just because, I'm on a clock with Null Drifter, so it's okay, might as well start playing things, because I'm going to be dead in a few turns anyways if I don't draw a Molten Rain or a Lightning Bolt. So here's the interesting thing. They play the Stone Rain, they grab Lightning Bolt, so I can only win if I draw Molten Rain. I can only win if I draw Molten Rain. I still don't do this, because I need to keep, I can't play that, because I need to keep that red mana for when they do that. So here they do that on this. I do not grab Foundry here. Here, let me just end this so we can get down to the 10 minutes. Yeah, so that saved me, basically, yeah. I had that one window to, yeah. They do this, but it's not enough. Yeah, so, at that point, so initially I decided not to fetch, because I didn't want a target, them to Liquid Metal away my 1 red land target. Okay, I'll have to stop.